Cool.
Hello, first graders. We are back, part two of our lesson. And this lesson is all about the earth and how we take care of the earth. So I'm just wondering, Mrs. Guile, can you think of a way where we might take care of our great, beautiful earth?
Well, I think one of the ways that we take care of our earth is by not littering and throwing our trash out just out on the lawn and just out our windows in our car, or just, that we make sure that we keep our trash and our litter in containers.
That's a great idea. And when we keep our trash in the containers, and we're doing something called recycling, and recycling's really good because when we recycle and repurpose things, then it doesn't pile up the trash, which could ultimately end up in the oceans where our fish would be impacted and the sea creatures. So that's another way where we can take care of the earth. Can you think of other ways, Mrs. Guile?
I think one other ways is through gardening and planting new plants and flowers, right? Because that helps keep our soil rich and it continues to provide back to the earth and to other people, right? When we plant vegetable gardens or just trees, right? Help clear out pollution and to help maintain cleaner air for everybody.
And there's also ways where we can maybe even think about your parents or folks that that are adults, if they carpool to work, so you have less cars on the road, which also saves on pollution. um, and although, again, some of you might like, or maybe you don't like getting a hand me down, but when you get a hand me down, that means you have someone else's shoes or clothes that you borrow or snowsuit. And that's good because it's just reusing something that's in really good condition. So that's repurposing so it doesn't end up again in the trash.
Yeah, that's a great idea because we talk about recycling and reusing, like bottles and containers and things like that, that we're actually recycling, or, cardboard, reusing it to, maybe lay down when you're doing a messy painting project. But with clothes, we're also like reusing clothes, right? When we hand them down to someone else. I know my girls have received a lot of hand-me-down clothes throughout their lives, and we now pass on stuff to kids younger than us. So it's another way to cut down on how things impact the natural resources that exist in our earth.
Absolutely, because we want to keep the earth in beautiful condition for the next generation. Someday, you little people will be big people, and you'll have your own little people to take care of. And so, there's years and years and years ahead of this beautiful earth. And if we don't take care of it, then it won't be there for the future generations. And I know that seems like a long, long time from now, but it's really important that you think of it every time you're about to maybe drop something on the ground, just because you don't want to take the extra step to either put it in the trash or certainly throw something away because you don't need it anymore, when you could donate to have someone else use it. And the other thing about handing something down, if you don't have someone that to give it to, you could give it to a donation where maybe a child who doesn't have a winter coat, that child could use it. So that's also sharing and providing an act of kindness.
Absolutely. It's a great reminder and connecting that back. The other piece with um, the earth that we didn't kind of say in the beginning is, God created this earth. And so he created the trees and the ground and the oceans. And so we need to respect that and treat that just like God would want us to treat it, because it was a special gift that he gave to us.
And some of you will see when you are working or looking at your lessons, we shared a little video. There's a little crazy looking puppet. He's got kind of crazy red hair, and he talks about a flower and growing that flower, and how important it is for him to grow that flower and take care of that flower, and how other people look at that flower. And I think you'll get a little kick out of it. It's a little funny at the end how the dog treats the flower, but hopefully none of you will treat the flower like the crazy dog that's described. But
Definitely.
at it.
So that kind of leads us to our challenge that we have for our kids for this unit. And so our challenge is for you to try to help clean up the earth in some way. So maybe that means picking up some trash that maybe is on your front lawn. Maybe it's going to a local park and doing some trash pickup. Maybe it's helping doing the recycling, or maybe creating something and reusing something in your house. And we would love for you to take pictures of either the bag of trash that you pick up in your yard or at a local park or at a friend's house or someone's, just like I know when I go for a walk, I often see a lot of trash on my walk. So to be able to safely with gloves, to kind of do some trash pickup or just doing some extra recycling and making sure that, the people in your house are doing recycling. So we'd love to see some pictures of your either trash pickup or your recycling and reusing of things.
And it could be like Mrs. Kyle said, as simple as in your own home, maybe that cereal box that usually you just pop in the trash, you say, oh, I think I could flatten this cereal box and put it in the paper recycling. Even something as simple as that. Or, if you can have time or can get out with your family and take a walk and look at the sidewalks around the community, or a neighbor's yard or a park, and you can do a little pickup there. We'd love to see any pictures that you're able to share.
Excellent. So that is your big challenge for this unit is to kind of show us how you can clean up our community and or help continue to protect our earth.
Yep. Yep. Beautiful.
Thank you, and we'll see you soon for our third unit.